Hello and welcome to another Glenn Maney Talks Chelsea. A bit of a special one this time because, well, since we won the World Club Cup, it seems that everyone and his mate has come out and criticised us. You know, got bang average Burley, Neil Warnock. Well, that was a strange one, wasn't it? Thinking that Aspie is a poor defender. Crikey, he wants to look at some of the teams he's had in his past, and they're absolutely littered with poor defenders. Sorry, Neil. Perhaps age is really creeping up on you. But there you go. So I thought to myself, of all the good times we used to have, and probably the best time I can ever think of when I was a young kid was when we won the FA Cup in 1970. Yeah, I remember the 70 Cup final for a few reasons. Obviously because we won it after extra time in the replay at Old Trafford. But in the first game, we had a colour TV brought home just specifically for it, and then we kept the TV after that. But my granddad brought home this colour TV, and prior to that, we just had this black and white one. So I was in my absolute element, and then icing on the cake, my granddad got tickets to the replay. So up to Manchester we went. And as a little kid, I saw him lift the cup, and it's still, you know, they say your life flashes by you when you die. I'm sure that in my last couple of moments, I'll be back at Old Trafford because it really imprinted that much on me, on my life. So I thought to myself, what can I do that's a bit special? And I thought I'd just go over the game. This is the game that was viewed by David Ellery, the referee, in 1997, and he gave 6 red cards, 8 yellows, and he gave 8 penalties. It was particularly the replay was a really dirty game, but now I've looked at it back, I think we were just, because they were known as Dirty Leeds and we were this stylish bunch of southern softies, but I think Dave Sexton said, right, if you're going to win this cup, you've really got to leave your mark on them, and we did. There's that famous tackle by Eddie McCreadie that you'll see in this footage, and I did laugh because it looks like a Chuck Norris or a Bruce Lee movie, this tackle on Billy Bremner by Eddie McCreadie. But it doesn't even get a booking. No red card, well, no, that weren't cards then, but no sending off, no booking. And it's funny because Eddie McCreadie looks as if he goes over to see if he's still breathing. And then Bonetti goes over and it looks like he says, yeah, he's still breathing, just leave him. Brilliant. The referee was actually a guy called Eric Jennings, and there's one bit there where he just puts his book away as if to say, oh, I won't need that. So I don't know what was going on, but some of the refereeing was, some of the stuff was appalling. So it was the year that Everton won the league. They had people like Alan Ball, Brian LeBone, trying to think, obviously Howard Kendall, players like that in the side. They were a real good side. They won the league by, I think they were about 11 points in front of us. We were third, and Leeds were second that year. So it was a real competitive time, and we had a really good side in the 70s, so much so that obviously we won the European Cup Winners' Cup the year after, beating Real Madrid after a replay. So here's the highlights of the 2 games. I've edited a fair bit out. I hope you enjoy watching the highlights just as much as I did. Oh, and look at the amount of plastic fans that are there, the amount of fans who are only there for the Abramovich era. Forget the 150,000 that welcomed them home. Just look at the crowd supporting them at Wembley Stadium, and the shed used to be just like that. Enjoy.
Chelsea in bright red tracksuit tops and Leeds in light blue. And what a tremendous welcome for them. two of the greatest sides in modern British football, deserving every cheer that they get. There are the two skippers, Ron Harris and Billy Bremner. Billy Bremner, Footballer of the Year. Led out by two of the most professional managers in this game. Dave Sexton. Oh, there's Norman Hunter. The two managers, Dave Sexton. It's his first Wembley. He didn't get here as a player, and he's not yet been here as a manager. And Don Revie, who came twice as a player with Manchester City. There's Don Revie on the right. And he's been here with Leeds in the FA Cup in 1965 when they were beaten by Liverpool. And again in 1968 in the League Cup when they beat the Arsenal. Two great managers who really deserve everything that comes their way this afternoon. Player. And Leeds United, with Norman Hunter happily restored to the number 6 shirt, having missed the last 8 games with an injury, a knee injury. Referee Eric Jennings, a grandfather. He's 47 years old, as I say, his last season on the Football League list. And it'll be Leeds then to get us away. All in white, Chelsea in blue with white stockings. Leeds with red stockings. And so the final of 1970 is underway. Jack Charlton. And this is McCreadie. Thought for a moment about putting it back to Bonetti, but Jones was advancing too quickly. Dempsey, the Irishman. Billy Bremner to Hunter. And through to Peter Bonetti. More than 450 appearances for Chelsea, this fella. Johnny Giles. Bremner. Faced by Houseman. Supported by Gray. And Giles really allowed to get to that ball before Cook, which he really shouldn't have been. Madeley to Lorimer. And Clark at the far side, Jones at the far side, Bonetti, perfect handling. And a good long throw. But Osgood finding that Charlton is with him, clearly Leeds have designated big Jack Charlton there to keep the closest possible watch on Osgood. And in fact the free kick is given to Leeds. Nice John Dempsey. Baldwin off in pursuit, and he flicked that in nicely, and Hutchinson going like a train for it, but beaten to it by Cooper. Gray. Lorimer. He'll play that to Bremner, and Bremner finding his ally in midfield, Johnny Giles, leaving it to Gray. Cook losing that challenge to Madeley. Madeley finding Lorimer with a shot. Oh, good work there by Bonetti. Dempsey trying to get underneath it, but Bonetti getting there first. And a throw that finds Cook. Hollins, and Houseman's gone sprinting on. The linesman kept his flag down. Baldwin going in for one of those near post crosses, and beautiful work there by Madeley. It needed to be good. Clark to Lorimer. A long one that Jones will go for. Dempsey's underneath it as well. Finally, it just flicks off the top of Dempsey's head, enough to give Leeds United the corner. Jackie Charlton up on that goal line again. And Eddie Gray with the corner. Bremner right up too. A save towards Jack Charlton. Kick. No, it's a goal! Jack Charlton, in fact, got a head to it. And a Chelsea player, John Hollins, I think it was, missed the ball on the goal line. And it couldn't have gone more than a yard over the line. Jones leaping under it. Madeley hoping to pounce on it. And in fact does very well. Clark. And finally Hollins. Hutchinson. Hollins. This is Cook. Houseman calling for the ball, but the ball goes through, in fact, to John Hollins, floating it towards Hutchinson, gets a head to it, to Osgood, with a shot! No, off the line by Jack Charlton! At one end it went in, from a similar sort of situation, and from the other end it was hooked off by Jack Charlton. Once Leeds United get their noses in front, they really become such a difficult side to beat, and Chelsea are finding that for sure now, but there's a free kick for them, given against Jack Charlton on Osgood, coming in behind Osgood, without really very much hope of playing the ball. And so referee Eric Jennings gives the free kick, which Harris takes. McCreadie. Hutchinson trying to flick it, backhead it. It's gone to Houseman with a shot, and a goal! Oh, terrible mistake there by Sprague! And Houseman has scored the softest of equalisers. Mick Jones falls to his knees in despair. 1-1. What a tragedy for Sprague. Johnny Giles for Eddie Gray. Hollins closing fast on him from the back. Giving away the free kick? No, it's half-time. So half-time, which shows the teams level at 1-1, with Jack Charlton having scored a soft one, and Peter Houseman, here he is, number 8, equalising for Chelsea. Ian Hutchinson, who will get the game away. Now it's Hollins. Hunter right back and Baldwin going on, and Cooper getting it away for Leeds. To Jones. Well, Jones has had 10 minutes of rest from Dempsey at his back the whole time. And that was Dempsey letting Jones know that he was there again. It's a good dogged piece of work there by Baldwin. Hollins to Baldwin again, first time to Osgood. And now to Hutchinson. Still Hutchinson. Oh, and he almost turned that pass, and he might still do it. Baldwin trying it on the volley. Houseman again. Bremner taking him, still Houseman. Finding Hutchinson. Oh, good work by Sprague. Oh, it's good. Off the line. Oh, what tremendous excitement. Wonderful covering by Leeds United, and disappointment on the Chelsea bench. Now it's Houseman, scorer of the Chelsea goal, 1-1. Webb and Cook to Houseman. Cook is going outside, and that gives Houseman just a little bit of room there. Baldwin trying to pick it on, almost getting it in. Sprague very late indeed going on that one. That's so very nearly crept in. Oh, Harris and Bremner getting into a tangle there, but Clark bringing it away. The referee deciding that the play should go on. Dempsey, but only as far as Giles. And now to Gray. The real scourge of Chelsea. And against the crossbar! And they didn't even get a corner for it. And now to Billy Bremner. There's a good run here by Giles as well. Got it in first time towards Clark. Against the post! How unlucky can you get? Jones! A goal! Mick Jones! 2-1! And Sprague is jumping for joy at the other end as And Hollins with the throw for Chelsea. Hutchinson to Webb. And now Chelsea really have got to plunge more men forward to try and put some pressure on Leeds. McCreadie. Bremner. They're certainly going to take some beating now, Leeds United. Madeley and Clark, but coming through to McCreadie. And now it's Cook. Hollins calling for it, and Hollins getting it. Harris. Signs now that Chelsea are coming forward in numbers a little more. Harris coming forward, and here's Osgood. But he can't shake off Charlton, and the free kick is given for Charlton obstructing Osgood. Yes, Don Revie looking at that watch. Every minute seeming like an hour to him, I would think. Hollins to curl it in again. Hutchinson! A goal by Ian Hutchinson! And Leeds United prostrate on the deck. Lorimer is down. Bremner is down. Jones is down. What a tremendous climax now with a little over 2 minutes to go. Osgood with Houseman outside him. That's for Houseman. Hutchinson in the middle again. Hutchinson going in and almost turning it past break. And we face another 30 minutes. 15 minutes each way. A test of muscle and nerve from now on. Giles for Leeds United. To Paul Madeley. McCreadie hustling Jones off the ball, and a free kick given to Leeds United. McCreadie getting back into a defensive position. And Dempsey going in, but big Jack Charlton getting above the lot of them. Houseman to McCreadie. Good cross there by McCreadie. And now Dempsey just over! Flick back though by Hutchinson for Dempsey, and he took it well, and Sprague took it even better. So a corner then for Chelsea, and Peter Houseman to take it. And Chelsea at last putting Leeds under pressure. Dempsey right there, Osgood right there. Hutchinson trying to force it home, and Lorimer happy to kick it to safety. Madeley. Only Jones is up with him. And now Clark. This is coming to the tormenting Gray. Hinton trying to force him on the outside, and Houseman. But he got it back well. Giles all over the bar by Webb. What a saviour for Chelsea David Webb was there. What a terrible afternoon he's had against Eddie Gray. But Webb really did everything for Chelsea in that moment. Wembley, of course, which has always been such a punishing pitch. Oh, Webb missing that badly. And now Giles, Webb trying to correct it. And now it's Jones. And Dempsey getting it away, but now Clark to Gray. Lorimer at the far side, heading it back in. Clark! Oh, against the crossbar! That's twice they've had it against the crossbar. Bremner. Lorimer again. Been curling some good ones across, but McCreadie getting there first this time. And McCreadie down injured. And there goes the whistle for the end of the first period of extra time. Now it's Hollins as we start the second period of extra time, 15 minutes to go. Billy Bremner. Lorimer. Osgood wanting a long one through the middle. Cook taking it up, going past Jack Charlton with Houseman outside him. A promising looking situation this for Chelsea. To Houseman now. The little chip from Houseman. Osgood going in at far side, just past. To Lorimer. And now to Madeley. McCreadie coming desperately across to cover, but Madeley now turning it across there. Jones trying to leap again, and Bonetti just under that bar. Hunter to Cooper once more. What a player. Challenged by Cook, and it takes two to get it away from Terry Cooper. Cook eventually, though, getting it to Baldwin. Played nice and square for Hollins. Now it's 4 Chelsea men against 3 from Leeds. Hutchinson. Houseman and Baldwin in the middle. That's going towards Baldwin. Hollins calling for it at the back. Houseman. Oh, great save by Sprague. McCreadie. Well, he did well to keep it in, but he might well lose it to Lorimer as he tries to pull Lorimer back. And in fact, the whistle already gone. The infringement had already been given for a foul on Eddie McCreadie. His face, as you could see a moment ago there, absolutely, although he's smiling, a fair amount of agony and anxiety showing through as well. To Mick Jones. Watched by Hinton and beaten by Hinton, and Hinton playing it safely back to Bonetti. And there goes the whistle for the end of extra time, and for the first time since 1912, the FA Cup needs a replay.
So the scene then set here at Old Trafford for this FA Cup final replay of 1970. A 62,000 crowd here tonight, awaiting the arrival of the two teams. Leeds on the left there, led by Billy Bremner. Ron Harris, the Chelsea captain, on the right. David Harvey, you can see just behind Bremner, the goalkeeper who comes into this game in place of Gary Sprague, who's injured. See Peter Houseman of Chelsea at the back there, Peter Bonetti just behind his captain. And now for the first time tonight, the crowd gets a sight of their heroes. And just as at Wembley, so at Old Trafford, the national anthem. So this is the Chelsea side then breaking away, as we'll take first of all a check on the two teams on this very breezy night up here in Manchester. The Chelsea side is the same, the one that battled out a 2-2 draw at Wembley earlier this month. The thought is that there might be a slightly different tactical lineup. David Weber had such a terrible time against Eddie Gray down that Leeds left flank, may well move to the centre of the defence, and Ron Harris looking after Gray. Peter Osgood will again make his attacking runs from deep positions, getting great support from Tommy Baldwin and Ian Hutchinson, and prompted of course by Charlie Cook. Leeds make one change. Gary Sprague is sidelined by injury. He picked up that injury against Celtic in the European Cup. David Harvey comes into goal, a big test for him. Once more, that redoubtable Leeds defence will be marshalled by Jack Charlton. Again, the whole hub of the side is the midfield of Billy Bremner and Johnny Giles, with Lorimer and Eddie Gray creating opportunities down the flanks for Alan Clark and Mick Jones. Bridge, incidentally, he was in charge of an FA Cup amateur final that went to a replay, and now, of course, he's repeated that performance with this FA Cup final. And away we go. Johnny Giles, number 10. Norman Hunter now for Leeds United. Looking to make a quick early impression. Harris gets the ball away for Chelsea. Finds Eddie Gray. Bremner prompting again. And Gray, that long stride of his. Felt that he'd been fouled there, and indeed the referee has given the free kick to Leeds United. The foul by David Webb on Eddie Gray. Billy Bremner lining it up. Johnny Giles is also in there. But it's Bremner who chips it forward into the Chelsea box. Up goes Bonetti. A good, safe pair of hands for Chelsea. Just for a moment, Leeds looked as though they might be in a little bit of trouble on the edge of their own box, but in stepped Bremner, and that surely is a free kick. Foul by Charlie Cook. It's with Bremner. Beating Cook this time. A slide rule ball again there by Billy Bremner. Finding Mick Jones. Lorimer. Teasing and tempting, and then finally beating Eddie McCreadie onto the left foot. Not Lorimer's best. But here's Clark, pursued by Webb. Cooper again now. Leeds making all the early running here at Old Trafford. John Hollins with the throw. Osgood, nice touch there. Hutchinson. Hollins again with the throw. Good turn by Ian Hutchinson. He's got the strength as well. And right across the face of that Leeds United goal. Charlie Cook, chased by Bremner, but finds Hollins over on that left-hand side. McCreadie keeping the move going. Cook again. McCreadie. Here's Harris. Chelsea at last putting one or two things together. Osgood! But it's gone wide. See, with that little touch, just got it clear for Chelsea. Foul on Osgood, free kick. Dempsey with the long free kick. Bit of bumping there. Houseman thought and Osgood thought that should have been something given, but referee Jennings has given the goal kick to Leeds United. And a free kick to Leeds, which Johnny Giles will take. Left foot towards the far post, and Bonetti again a good catch, although Charlton had gone up there. Charlton claiming in fact that he was impeded in his run for the ball. The referee didn't want to know. Chelsea get it away, but here come Leeds again. Bremner took too long. It'll come for Osgood. Oh, he completely outwitted Jack Charlton there. Finds Tommy Baldwin now for Chelsea. But then Giles can bring it away. No foul, says referee Jennings. Giles with the left foot. Looking for Peter Lorimer. Hunter again, giving it away to Hollins. Quickening it up as he finds Peter Houseman on the far side. Madeley trying to block him out of it. And does so. Still there with Houseman. And now with Cook. This looks better for Chelsea. Can Houseman get to that one? Madeley's got back again, supported here by Charlton and by David Harvey. Oh, and they messed that up between them, Charlton and Harvey. But in the end, no danger was done, but it could so easily have been. The first real serious mistake in the Leeds defence so far in this replay. Free kick to Leeds United. Hunter. Dempsey got in there, although the feet of Jones were flying high there. What am I now of the first half remaining? And we still await the opening goal of this FA Cup final replay between Chelsea in the all-blue strip and Leeds United. Another ball for, well, it's Bonetti, who's gone down injured. That challenge from Jones, it was a long teasing ball under that Chelsea crossbar. Jones was entitled to go for it, certainly, and there was quite a clash there. The referee, Jennings, wanting a word with Jones for that clash with Peter Bonetti, and Bonetti looks to be in trouble. Harry Medhurst, the Chelsea trainer, comes on as we look again. And it could even be that Bonetti twisted a knee as he fell. Yes, indeed. See by the way Bonetti is gripping Harry Medhurst's hands, the pain is pretty intense on that knee as the spray goes on. So he's some way yet from being able to resume, that's for sure. So there's something like 3 minutes of stoppage time will have to be played. Ron Harris there now. Bonetti's captain, making sure that he is going to be fit to go on. Les Cocker, I see, the Leeds trainer there also, to see whether he can give a hand. It's Harris for Chelsea. And now Hutchinson. And now Gray for Leeds as the white shirts of Leeds come forward once more. Clark. This is a better break. And now for Nick Jones. A good break by Jones. And he's still going on for Jones. A goal! Leeds go into the lead with 35 minutes gone. A terrific run by Nick Jones. I'm not sure about the injury to Bonetti, whether he could possibly have saved that. He's gone down early. He may even just got a touch to it. But it was hit with such power. And Nick Jones, who cost Leeds £100,000 from Sheffield United, has put Leeds into the lead here at Old Trafford. Is there first for Chelsea, not forward again, but Chelsea at the moment getting no change out of that Leeds United defence. That was a good header away by Jack Charlton. But here's Cook again, looking to see if he can open up and away. But both Lorimer and Clark are snapping at him, but he's found Osgood. Still playing in that Cooper. And again. Harris with the clearance, helped on by Webb. Jones looking for Eddie Gray. Foul on Gray by Ron Harris. And by whatever means, there's no doubt about it that Gray has not been as effective in this game as he was at Wembley, thanks in no small measure to the work of Ron Harris. And then Webb playing it forward again. But Leeds again defending well with great assurance as the half-time whistle goes. And Leeds, who've looked slightly the better side from the opening minute, deservedly going at half-time with Mick Jones's goal separating the two sides. Chelsea 0, Leeds United 1 is the half-time score, and they'll do some work now on Peter Bonetti. Peter Bonetti, well, they've got a big bandage now on that left knee, and Chelsea fans hoping that he's moving a lot easier now. So now the first replay since 1912 in an FA Cup final, and the first ever following a Wembley final, goes into the second half here at Old Trafford, with Leeds leading by 1-0. And it's Chelsea's turn to face a very strong breeze indeed here in Lancashire tonight. Lorimer quickly in on the action. And they are, of course, past masters in taking the heat out of a game, are Leeds, under manager Don Revie. So the work is there for Chelsea to do. Here's Peter Osgood being pursued by Cooper and then beaten by, oh my goodness, by Jack Charlton. And Charlton and Osgood and Bob Mathewson there, the linesman, getting in between them. And the referee surely is going to take some action here. The game looked as though it might erupt before half-time. There were one or two niggly moments, and I thought maybe the teams had come to their senses, but surely there's going to be a booking both for Charlton and for Osgood here. And Mick Jones pointing out that one of the Leeds players needs some treatment also. Les Cocker is on. But that's not the major... Oh, it's Terry Cooper changing his shorts. But that's not... shouldn't be the major preoccupation with the referee at the moment. But it looks as though both Jack Charlton and Peter Osgood have got away scot-free. Mr. Jennings in a very lenient frame of mind tonight. John Hollins. Towards Osgood, gets his header in, and almost there from Baldwin. That was much more promising from Chelsea from the moment that Osgood had won that very good header. And Baldwin coming in, and Harvey equal to it. McCreadie gets it back to Peter Bonetti. So just a little glimmer there that things might be getting a little better for Chelsea. And here's Osgood. Cook going outside him. But Giles takes it up again for Leeds. And Bremner and Osgood getting pretty heavily involved there. And Ian Hutchinson too. Bremner clutches. Well, I think there has been a booking there for Peter Osgood, presumably. Good break by Leeds United and an excellent save by Bonetti. It's Chelsea who've got to chase the game now. Charlton with the header, but Osgood still picks it up. When he's played it into space here now for Houseman, a little dink cross in there, and this time a safe catch. Good pair of hands by David Harvey. But just another indication that Chelsea are coming a bit more into this game now. Clark overhead. Well, that came off Tommy Baldwin, and look how quickly Terry Cooper. Just a fractional mistake there by Tommy Baldwin, and Cooper pounced on it into the box there, unleashed that left foot shot, shoveled away there by Peter Bonetti. As we come towards, what is it, the last 10-12 minutes of the game. Leeds leading 1-0 still. Here's Hollins again. And now Osgood. Hutchinson. Cook takes it up. Osgood's got on his run. And there's the ball coming in. Osgood! A wonderful goal! A fantastic strike by Chelsea. And Osgood, who started it. Hutchinson, who took it on. Cook then with that lovely little chip. And there Osgood getting in behind that Leeds United defence. A beautiful header. And the man who's scored in every round so far has now put Chelsea level at 1-1. Giles to Hunter to Cooper. Baldwin backtracking, but Cooper gets a cross in. It's a devastating one as well. Oh, my goodness, the feet. I think it was McCreadie there. On Bremner, possibly. The feet were really high then, and the referee's just allowed it to go on. That had to be dangerous play, yes, by Eddie McCreadie on Billy Bremner. Peter Benetti got out there saying to McCreadie, get on with the game, it's going on, and indeed it is, and it's Osgood playing it now for Hutchinson, and he's hit it into the side netting. A goal kick to Leeds, and Bremner still clutching his face after that challenge from Eddie McCreadie. And McCreadie obviously is aware of the problems that he's caused Bremner, as Les Cocker comes on to administer some treatment. Well, that surely had to be dangerous play. They've made such good progress all night down that left flank of Leeds. They've always looked dangerous down there. Oh, Bremner getting involved again, and Hutchinson too, and Bremner getting involved once more. And Hutchinson saying that Bremner's talking too much, and the referee, maybe you might feel the referee's not talking enough, but certainly he's not taking any action again. But in the end, it remains at 1-1 as Chelsea take the goal kick. And there goes the whistle for the end of 90 minutes, and we shall go into extra time, with Mick Jones's goal in the first half being equalled by one from Peter Osgood for Chelsea in the second half. And at the end of 90 minutes is Chelsea 1, Leeds United 1. Houseman playing it there to Osgood, over the top. Game so beautifully poised here at 1-1 as we come towards the end of the first period of extra time. And another throw for Chelsea. Again it's Ian Hutchinson trying to release Houseman, and again, well, there's another possibility for Hutchinson here. The good angle for him with this long throw. Charlie Cook went towards him, and Hutchinson said, no, let's try a longer one into the Leeds box again, just to see what that might produce. It's a good long one. Not gone again towards David Webb! And Chelsea are in the lead for the long throw of Ian Hutchinson. It was touched on, and the big defender David Webb, who had such a terrible time in the first game at Wembley, has managed to bundle it past Harvey and into the net. A little flick on, up goes Webb. Whether it was a header or whether it came off his chest, he doesn't mind, and neither do the Chelsea fans. But now, for the first time, both at Wembley and at Old Trafford, Chelsea are in the lead. Right on the stroke of half-time in extra time. Being chased by Hollins. Wasn't the best of balls by Bremner, but Leeds get a throw. Chelsea fans celebrating, but is it too soon? Giles plays it into the box again. It was Dempsey again with a header. Shot that's gone well over the top there from Eddie Gray, and that could even be the last Leeds United effort. Once Once again, Dempsey takes the goal kick for the injured Peter Bonetti. And there goes the final whistle. And Chelsea have won the cup. Having come from behind twice at Wembley and behind here at Old Trafford tonight, after Mick Jones had put Leeds ahead in the first half, a terrific goal from Peter Osgood made it 1-1. And then the long throw from Ian Hutchinson was rounded off by David Webb 2-1. A delighted Dave Sexton, the Chelsea manager who'd masterminded this Chelsea performance here tonight. Alan Hudson, you got a glimpse of him, who couldn't quite make it into the Chelsea side. But a Chelsea side overjoyed after the terrific effort they put into tonight, particularly when they were hard up against it throughout that first half. But it's a night of celebration for their fans. The form that means that they go up to receive the cup. Ron Harris from Dr. Andrew Stephen, chairman of the Football Association. Dennis Follows, the FA secretary, alongside him. And Harris lifts the cup, and Chelsea say it's ours. That's been a real hard grafting battle for Chelsea. But they came through on top, and their name goes onto that FA Cup winners in 1970, beating Leeds United by 2-1 after extra time.
That's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed that lovely clean tackle on Billy Bremner. Deserved it. And hope it brought home to the younger fans just how much history we have got, and to the older ones, hope it brought back some fond, good memories. Certainly did for me. Thanks for watching Glenn Maney Talks Chelsea. If you can subscribe, great. If you can throw the video a like, that would be even better. Just to thank you for supporting the channel, and I'll probably speak to you after the next game. Up to Chelsea.